Well, Dave, here in New York, Todd Shell brings his New York Dragons into the second round. Let's talk about going for that kick. I know you wanted to score a touchdown, but were you worried about putting on the foot of Ian Howfield?
No, I wasn't worried at all on his foot and kicking field goals. He's been tremendous for us since we got him. I was a little upset with him on the kickoffs earlier in the deal, but you know, he got it done for us and we needed to.
Man, I don't know what you brought to this team, but in 11 games, 9-2, how far can you guys go?
Well, we're going to try and win it all. You know, we talked about this when I got here, creating a standard of play, coming out each week, you know, to play defense, play tenacious type football. And, you know, these guys, I got to give credit to our football players. They really stepped up and they're playing hard. And, you know, hey, we'll see what happens.
When Chapman got those 2 returns, it was clear the mood was down on the team. How did you get them to refocus?
Well, we just keep fighting.
And, of course, Michael Holder's performance for the New York Dragons set the stage for Aaron Garcia to get the kicker for the Dragons, Ian Howfield, into position and close enough, 30 yards.
Oh, boy.
And close enough to the left-hand side.
That.
And, you know, you have to figure that factoring into this, you know, what do I do? Do I ride Aaron Garcia's arm or do I trust Ian Howfield's leg? This is a kicker who had kicked a 47-yard field goal earlier in the game. I think that had a factor into this.
Yeah, when they talked to Todd Shell after the game, he was very up. You could tell he knew his kicker had a good game, he had all the confidence in the world in his kicker.
Meanwhile, we'll turn the story now of Nick Gatto, the kicker for Detroit, who got 3 points out of the situation after that. Last week, we had an amazing story of retribution for Ian Howfield. Listen to this story. He's the place kicker for the New York Dragons.
This to give the Dragons the lead.
What we're going to do now is go back.
Back to 1991, when Ian Howfield was a kicker for the Houston Oilers.
Perhaps the Houston Oilers career of Ian Howfield on the line. And it is no good.
He was cut the next day, and his NFL career was over. 5 successful AFL seasons followed, but a serious car accident caused him to miss the next 5 years rehabilitating. Howfield resurfaced this season first in Tampa Bay. And now finally with heroics in New York.
Howfield knocks it through. Dragons win. The New York Dragons advance to the next round on the leg of Ian Howfield.
And the extra kicker in the Ian Howfield story is that his dad was a kicker for the Jets, among other teams in the NFL in the early 70s. So once again, sports DNA is a powerful thing. That sets us for tomorrow. That will be New York and Orlando and Arizona and Los Angeles. That could really be a good one, too. It could come down to this, just as it did last week for New York.
This to give the Dragons the lead. Howfield knocks it through. Dragons win. A crushing defeat for the Chicago Rush. What a ball game.
Big day for the New York Dragons and a Channel 3 employee against Chicago. Yes, sales rep Ian Howfield kicks for the Dragons. He was under the microscope on the game's final play. It was tied at 45 with 3.3 seconds left. Howfield lining up for a 30-yard potential game winner. The snap, please. The kick, please. It's up. Down, it's good. Way to go, Ian. After starting 0-6, New York is off to the second round of the playoffs. Go Nuts!